How to create an LLC in Montana. My name is Elias, and in this video we are going to talk about how to actually create an LLC in Montana, what to worry about, how to set everything up, and so on. I'm going to show you the fastest and cheapest way, so make sure to watch till the end. Now, to get started with this video, as for the overview, to begin with, we are going to talk about if you should actually get an LLC. Now, there are a lot of upsides and downsides with getting an LLC, which we're going to cover in this chapter of the video. Then we're going to talk about all you need to know to get started forming your LLC, like setting up your names, setting up registered agents, setting up your IN, and so on. Then I'm also going to show you the fastest and cheapest solution to actually create an LLC today in just a matter of minutes. Now, one quick disclaimer before we can get started: I'm not actually a lawyer, so this is no legal advice. So to begin with, should you get an LLC? So first of all, with an LLC, all of the owners are not personally responsible for the losses and debts of the company. So basically, if your company is going to go bankrupt, you won't have to actually pay with your own funds for that. So basically, you are going to have limited liability as for the LLC. Now, the company is also separate in terms of legal entities. So basically, if someone is going to fill out a lawsuit for your company is going to get sued and not you yourself. So not your car isn't going to be taken, nothing from your personal funds is basically going to be taken into consideration when it comes to lawsuits. Obviously, there are some restrictions to this, but just speaking generally, this is going to be the case. And then as for the third thing, basically with an LLC, you don't have any restrictions in terms of numbers of owners, which is also a good thing. Now, to get started, we are actually going to use Taylor Brand to create an LLC. Now, I'm not actually sponsored by Taylor Brand. I'm just using the service as I think it works by far the best, basically. With Taylor Brands, you won't actually have to pay for their service if you don't want to. As you can see, their service are going to start at $0, and you will just have to pay the state fee, which in our case is going to be $35 as for Montana. Now, to get started with, if you want to support me for completely free, I will leave you my referral link down below. However, either way, no hard worries if you don't. Either way, just head over to Taylor Brands and then choose the state, which in our case is going to be Montana. So I will just select Montana right here, and then we can click on Get Started. Now Taylor Brands is going to walk us through the process of registering our LLC. Now, to begin with, we will have to check the availability of our LLC name, of our LLC company basically. So just as an example, I'm just going to put in Krause Media right here, and then I'm going to click on check availability. Now, basically Taylor Brands is going to check everything. In my case, Krause Media would be available as an LLC in Montana. So once you've actually found a name that is going to suit your company, sometimes some of the names are already going to be taken, but either way, once you're ready, just click on next right here. And now basically Taylor Brands is going to help you to form your LLC with a safe and easy process. So first of all, we will have to tell Taylor Brands about our business. Then we will have to get some LLC recommendations. Then we will have to form our LLC. And then Taylor Brands is basically going to automate the whole process and is going to update us through the email. So once you're ready, just click on next. And now we can actually continue the whole process. So first of all, we will have to put in what kind of stage Krause Media currently is in. In my case, I'm just going to tick this is just an idea. And then we will have to, select when we want to launch our business. In my case, I will just select as soon as possible. Obviously, you will just have to do this on your own. The process is basically going to be the same. As for industry right here, we can just put in media. I will just put in media entertainment as for me. However, obviously, Taylor Brands is going to have almost all sorts of different industries. And if your industry isn't actually here, you can always just use this other thing right here. But in my case, I will just put in media entertainment. And then as for what does Krause Media offer, I will just select professional services. So let's just say, as for this video, Krause Media is going to be an video editing agency. And if basically your service doesn't contain physical goods or professional services, you can also just You can also set up your own custom offer right here. Either way, just click on next, and then we will have to set if we are going to, basically if we want to hire employees in the future. So let's just say this is going to be yes in my case. And Once we are right here, we will have to put in our postal code where our LLC is going to be located. So just this is going to be a test video right here, obviously, so I'm just going to put in a random postal code right here. And then we will also have to set where our service is going to be offered. In my case, I will just select online. Either way, just select everything right here. And now this is actually pretty important. Now we will have to select all of the services that we are going to need. So obviously we will have to create ourselves an LLC. Now Tailor Brands will actually also allow you to use their service to create your own logo, which is actually pretty professional in my opinion. So if you need a logo, you will just have to tick that right here. And then you can also basically go over all of the other settings. So let's for example say that as for this video, we will also need help with setting up our EIN, obviously our employer identification number, as well as taxes and accounting, just to make this a little bit more accurate basically. Then just click on next, and now we will basically have to tick everything that we've already done with setting up our LLC. Now, if you don't have anything by now, this isn't a problem. Just skip through this. But if you already have done some work in the past, then you can obviously just tick this right here, so that Tailor Brands isn't going to do the whole process all over again. So either way, just skip this, and then you will have to fill out all of the informations for Krause Media. So I will just put in my phone number as well as name and last name as well as email address. Now as for this video, once again, I'm just going to use a temp email address. Now we will basically have to get our EIN to open up a business bank account and to hire employees. Now if you don't know how to get your EIN, it is a little bit complicated to get started with. Then you can actually use their Tailor Brand service to basically help you with that. Now you are going to be charged 82 euros if you are going to use this EIN service. So if you want to handle it yourself, you can basically just save yourself 80 euros and you will just have to put in I'll handle it myself. Now, as I'm actually located in the EU right now, this is going to be euros. However, obviously, this is going to be the same amount as for dollars. Then you can also explore further. You can also see all of the advantages that you're going to get with basically starting your LLC with an EIN and so on. But as for this video, as for us, I will just click on next, and then we will just have to click on yes, as we currently don't want to use their service to get our EIN. Perfect. Now we will basically have to assign ourselves a registered agent in Montana. Now basically a registered agent is going to be a person that is going to be located inside Montana in our case, and that is going to receive all of our legal documents, all of our basically all of the things in hand in person. So either we can just appoint our own registered agent if you want to. However, I would actually recommend you, to be completely honest, I would actually recommend you to use Tailor Brands as for this, as this can be a little bit complicated to get started with if you don't have quite good contacts. But either way, you will have to choose this on your own, depending on your own contacts and depending on your own situation. Perfect. Then we will have to basically get started getting ourselves a good standing status in Montana. So basically, you will have to do this if you want to get yourself a standing status in Montana, which obviously just makes the whole thing way more professional. So I will just select keep my LLC compliant right here. Then I'm going to click on next. And if we want to, we can also elevate our professional image with their branding toolkit. So basically, if you don't have a logo, if you don't have a branding image, if you don't have any sort of things like this, then you can also use their service to help you with that, which I would recommend you to do if you don't want to go through the hassle of hiring designers on your own, which is probably also going to be way more pricier than this service right here. So as for the LLC process, you will have two options. The first one is going to be expedite filling time, which is going to be 2 days and is going to cost you 41 euros or $41. And as for the second option, this is going to be 14 days and is going to be free. Then click on next, and then you will have to establish all of your LLC rules with an operating agreement. So either, once again, use Tailor Brands for this, or if you want to go through the hassle to basically do this on your own, you can also do this and save yourself $24. Perfect. Then click on next, and now you can also basically sign up to an US business bank account if you want to, which is going to be free, I think. However, I ever actually never done that. I always skip this part right here. I just go through the process of setting up my own business account with my own banks, because I think that's basically better in my opinion. But you can also do that if you want to. Now as for the email address right here, we will just have to copy this in right here. As for the password, I will also set this up. And now Taylor Brands is going to basically create an account for our LLC, and where we can then basically go through all of the processes. Now to get started with, we will actually have to get ourselves a plan if we want to. So either we can just use this Elite LLC plan for $250 with a discount of $230. And basically right here, this is just going to be a roundup of all of the services that you want to use or that you don't want to use. And right here, you are then going to see the overall sum that you will have to pay in the end. Once you're ready, just click on proceed and put in all of the payment details to actually get started creating your LLC. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe.